Guys, it's time. The catalogs are here. It's time to order our seeds for 2021. Hi everyone, my name is Mel and welcome to my channel Veggie Chompers. Now you might think it's a little bit early for this, but December is the time to order your seeds. Most of the seeds company will send out their catalogs at the beginning of December. Now it might seem a little bit early to order your seeds, but last year there was a bit of a shortage and the demand was quite large and there wasn't enough supply for everyone. So if you really want to plant a garden from seeds, I would suggest you order your seeds right now. If it's your first time buying seeds, you might not know where to start. I'm here to give you some tips to try and stay in your budget and to guide you toward the establishment of your first garden. I want to start by sharing the seeds company that I really like. Most of the seeds company that I'm gonna recommend in this vlog are Canadian. First, we have VCs. VCs is a Canadian company founded by Archers VCs in the small community of York on Prince Edward Island. Mr. VCs took an interest in testing the growing capabilities of different seed varieties suited for the cold Atlantic weather. And to this day, VCs is selling seeds to gardeners all over North America. The second company is Les Jardins de l'Écoumène. Les Jardins de l'Écoumène is located in Saint-Damien in the province of Quebec. The founders, Guylaine and Jean-François, are passionate about permaculture and made it the base of their landscaping for seed production. Every variety sold by Les Jardins de l'Écoumène is certified organic. They sell both heirloom and hybrid varieties. Now let's move on to the third one, which is Baker's Creek. If you're looking for rare varieties, Baker's Creek is the place for you. What is interesting about Baker's Creek is that they sell heirloom varieties exclusively, and each one has an awesome history. You can even find heirloom seeds from the 19th century as well as Asian and European varieties that you won't see anywhere else. Number 4 is West Coast Seeds. This Canadian company from British Columbia is on a mission to help prepare the world by inspiring and teaching others about sustainable and organic growing practices. Each year, the company founded by the Diamond family supports groups and organizations sharing common goals by donating seeds, leading to the establishment of environmental education programs around the world. Dr. Bonnie Henry Pollinator Blend is a great example of their generosity, as 100% of their sales will be donated to the Food Bank of Canada. I love this. Mackenzie Seeds. Located in Brandon, Manitoba, Mackenzie has been selling seeds to Canadians since 1896. Yes, this is a very popular brand of seeds in Canada. You can find Mackenzie seeds in almost every store, starting at $1.89 the packet. Their website is a good one-stop shopping spot for the first-time gardener on a budget. OSC. The main reason why I mention OSC Seeds is because it's a Canadian company and they have good prices. Most of their seeds packets start at $1.99, which is a good price on the market at this time. Compared to the other companies I mentioned, they don't have a ton of varieties, but they have enough choices for a first-time gardener. Plus, all their seeds are suitable for our Canadian climate. Okay, now we know where to buy our seeds. Now we need to figure out which seeds we're gonna buy. But first, you'll have to accept that you just can't have all the seeds. You just can't, okay? Now that we've made that clear, we're gonna make some guidelines to help us choose which seeds to buy. The first thing you're gonna do is set a budget. If it's your first time buying seeds, you might not have a clue how much you should put aside for your seed budget. Consider that seeds go on the market for anything between $2 and $8. If you buy 10 packets at $10, it's gonna be more expensive than if you buy 10 packets of seeds at $2. I think for a first-time gardener, anything between $50 and $60 is a good budget, and you will have quite a lot of variety in your garden. The second thing is one of the most important things, I think. Every gardener should start by planning their garden. Take either an Excel sheet or do something in Word, or just take a sheet and draw your garden, but make a map. I personally like to use Excel, and then I print my sheets and I write on them. When you do that exercise, take note of the sun exposure of each spot in your garden. This will be helpful later. Now, why do you want to map out your garden? It's because you want to figure out how many square feet of garden you have, how many square feet of growing space you have. Once you figure that out, check some information about square foot gardening and vertical gardening, and this will give you a better idea of how many seeds you need to plant your whole growing space. The third tip would be to make sure you plant things you're going to eat. The biggest mistake you could do is wasting space growing things you don't eat or you don't like. You also need to make sure that you have enough space for it to be valuable. For example, if you want to plant beans but you only have a square foot for your beans, you're going to harvest maybe 5 or 6 beans every day. This is not suitable for a meal. You know what I mean? You would need like 20 plants of beans to make a meal. So maybe in that space, you will want to plant a tomato plant. Tomato plants can yield anything between 10 pounds and 20 pounds of tomatoes in a season, depending on the variety you have. The fourth thing you want to take into consideration is, are you going to start your seedlings inside? If you have a growing setup to start your seed indoors, that's awesome. You can basically buy any warm or cold weather crop. If, on the other hand, you don't have a growing setup, don't worry. You just have to buy seeds that you can directly sow into the ground and go to your local nursery to buy the other plants that need to be started indoors, like tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants. Vegetables that grow well when directly sown into the ground are carrots, beets, Swiss chard, kale, radishes. All root vegetables prefer to be directly sown into the ground. My fifth tip would be to make sure you choose the right variety for what you want to use your produce for. Are you looking for a vegetable that can store through winter? If the answer is yes, then you'll want to look into storage crops. Same thing goes if you want to grow in pots. You want to take this into consideration and maybe look into dwarf varieties. And this is also when you need to take into consideration the sun exposure that you note before on your map. Let's say your garden is mostly shaded, then you'll want to look into varieties that can grow in the shade. If you have plenty of sun, then it's not going to be a problem. But you need to take this into consideration when choosing your varieties. And my final rule is a golden rule, is that if you're buying seed for the first time, you're only allowed to buy 1 pack of each variety. That means 1 pack of tomatoes, 1 pack of cucumbers, 1 pack of radishes, 1 pack of beans, 1 pack of each variety. I know. This is going to be difficult. You'll want to have all the seeds. You want to have all the varieties. But listen to me. Take your time. Grow your collection through the years and take pleasure doing that. Now, should you order online or should you order in a catalog? That is totally up to you. The thing with a catalog is that you can flip through the page and see all the options on the same page. The other thing you'll want to look for when shopping for seeds is bundles. Sometimes in the catalogs, you'll see bundles like this. You see, in this bundle, you save 20% and you get 1 packet of each. It's a colored bead collection. You have the Merlin, the Boldor, and the Chioggia. Chioggia is this one. Then the Boldor is this one. And the Merlin is this one. So it's a pretty colorful bundle. You can also find this bundle on their website, but check for them. So in conclusion, I suggest you take your time to prepare yourself before buying your seeds. Always keep in mind your garden plan and your budget. Follow the golden rule and choose only one variety of each vegetable. Happy seed shopping!